afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what karma you are currently working out, and as a bonus, we'll maybe discover some things that you will benefit from as a result. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus on piles number 1, 2, and 3. If more than one pile calls out to you, there may be a message in each pile for you. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamp, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's figure out what karma you're currently working out and what may happen as a result or a benefit from working it out. And I just want to preface this by saying that I don't believe karma is some sort of punishment that we receive for doing things wrong, but it is kind of a balancing of scales. So either in this life or past life, if there were good things or misdeeds that have happened, karma is just a way to balance the scales out. So karma can be good, karma can be deemed as what we think of as negative, but either way, it is just something your soul uses to evolve itself. So sometimes in life we sign up to resolve a lot of karma, and other lifetimes we let ourselves off a little easier, but just from what I know, from most people I've done readings for, and what's going on in the world, there are a lot of people here that have taken on heavy burdens of karma from every walk of life that are here to transmute all that past stuff to create something new here on Earth. And there are even many people here on Earth at this time that have never been to Earth that are still willing to pay back past karma for maybe their ancestors or their family lineage that are just ready for a front row seat here on this planet at this time for this ascension. So let's go ahead and figure out what karma you are currently working out. And we're going to go ahead and start with tarot cards. And you guys have the Five of Pentacles and the Sun card. So this seems to me like you guys with this Five of Pentacles, maybe you grew up in poverty, or you always have had this kind of lack mentality, or your family lineage has had this lack mentality to where you have to work really hard for your money. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to scrimp and save and almost be very frugal with your money to be able to accumulate more money. And this is a belief system that many people on this planet have because it's been so programmed into us that many of us make decisions from that place of fear, especially financial decisions. A lot of our job, when we take a job, it's usually because we are trying to be able to pay our bills or just trying to do what we can to get through or to get by. And I also like to call this card kind of the weathering the storm, because these two ladies here are out in the cold weather, kind of being left out in the cold, and everyone else, it feels to me like this is like a church window with the stained glass, and they're on the outside and it's nice and warm inside, and they just want to be inside. And this to me feels like you guys are working through that lack mentality, that mentality to bring you to this Sun card where that storm is over. You have weathered that storm. The storm is over for you. And this Sun card could be for you also a revelation of something that is a result of your past struggles, that you have this big aha moment that you realize you went through all of this in your past to get you to a brighter future. And the Sun is one of the best cards you can get in the tarot. So things are really looking up. And the fact that the Sun card always has a baby or a young child riding a horse, well, not always, but at least in this deck, I'm picking this up as your inner child that is still there. Your inner child is going to have its day in the sun, if that makes any sense. You're finally going to be working through some past stuff to where you can be truly happy and in your own joy. And some of you may be working on things from your past. Maybe you're in counseling for stuff you went through as a child, or maybe you're revisiting old hobbies you had as a child. Something about your childhood is very important with this karmic stuff that you are working through currently. So let's go ahead and move to your numinous cards, and we have Pluto, which is all about transformation, and we have Taurus, which on this deck is called the bombshell. So what we've got going on here, Pluto is that destroyer planet. That is kind of that tower moment, is kind of representative, in my opinion, of the tower also in the tarot. So there's a renewal or this sense of transformation or rebirth occurring in your life currently. Maybe you're between jobs or relationships or really trying to decide where to go from here. And because you do have the sun in your kind of outcome of this scenario, whatever decisions or groundwork that you're laying right now are really gonna help you tap into those inner resources of your own inner self, your own psyche, and your basic instincts, and just knowing what to do, trusting that intuition, and really getting into this motivational space where you're moving past what was to become what you are meant to be, or what your potential is here on this planet. And Pluto is also that death planet or that rebirth, and death doesn't have to be a physical death. It can be a death of who you thought you were, or just belief systems that you've long held about your life, about who you are. And it's just a clearing of what's not serving you anymore. So you may be wanting to just get rid of clutter in your closets. You may be wanting to change your look, or go for a job or a relationship that is more reflective of the person you know yourself to be. And Taurus is that really earthy energy. So you may really be getting in connection with the earth. Maybe you're out grounding or earthing in your bare feet and really reconnecting with the earth. Maybe you are planting a garden. These are ways you can help get this karma to play through, is by really connecting with the earth and finding out what it is you need to do for yourself and for this planet. Because we are the cultivators of this planet. We do leave a carbon footprint, but at the same time we can be helpers or advocates for the planet. And this card just feels so ripe. Like you guys are finally going to start coming into your own with it being on the side here with the sun. You're going to be really pleasure seeking. Taurus is that luxurious. It loves to be seeking all the pleasures in life. So you may be redecorating your home and really making it cozy, and just the word opulent comes to mind, just wanting to make everything so pristine and beautiful, whether that's in your yard or in your house or just your own body with her with this beautiful cool makeup on. Maybe you're just really changing your look to reflect more who you know you are on the inside with this Pluto, with this transformation. So you may be doing an extreme turnaround with the way you look, what your house looks like, your decor, your internal, your external, just anything that feels like it needs to be revamped or freshened up. It feels like you guys are going to be doing that. And by doing that, you're going to help clear this karma out and help this karma move through and transmute into something beautiful for you. So then we have the Swan Queen and the Chess Queen. That is two queens. So to me, you're really coming into your own. Working through this past karma, past belief systems, you're coming into your own. And it's funny here because the Swan Queen is all about transformation, and also it says intuition and patience. But transformation, Pluto, transformation, transformation. This cannot be any more clear. So if you feel that there are these changes you need to make in your life, whatever they may regard, because it's going to be different for everyone. Maybe your whole life just feels like it's completely up in the air, or you're so lost into who you are and what you want to do that you're just ready to change everything. Where you live, what you do for a job, your relationships, whatever resonates for you, whatever feels like it needs to transform and shift in your life. Don't be afraid to do it, because on the other side of that transformation is this sun. And then with the Chess Queen, we have trust and strategizing. So you really are needing to trust that inner self and that intuition with the Swan Queen. You need to trust yourself, trust your intuition and your inner guidance system, because with that sense of patience, because transformation does not happen overnight, you need to be patient with what's going on. But with that patience and strategizing for the best outcome, you will reach this sun. And sometimes when you're willing to put in the work and just really go, nose to the grindstone, you can get this outcome a lot sooner than you maybe had thought initially. So then here we have White Eagle. This is the ancestor spirit. And you have Radha, which is the soul flame. And I'm just going to go ahead and put Gaia, nurturing, right in the middle. So like I was saying with this Taurus earth energy, you connecting with the earth is so very important at this time. Putting your bare feet on the ground will help you get electrons into your body that will go after any inflammation or disease or wonky cells that just aren't serving your highest purpose. It's going to kind of come in and clean house. These electrons are going to come in and clean house. You may want to look at an earthing or a grounding mat that you can plug in and put under your computer so you can put your bare feet on that and work. It will help block those EMF frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies. And you can also buy sheets for your bed that you can plug right into the ground or into a grounded outlet that will help you sleep grounded. And many of us as modern people, we are so far removed from what our ancestors did on this earth. We are so disconnected from the earth. Even if we're outside in nature every day walking and doing all those things, we're still disconnected because we have rubber soles between our bottoms of our feet and the earth. And with this White Eagle ancestor spirit, it says connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So to me, this is saying by connecting your body physically to the earth in some way, whatever way is convenient for you, whether it's actually putting your bare feet in the grass or the sand or in the ocean or getting some sort of grounding device in your home, by you connecting back to the earth, you are connecting into your lineage, your ancestry, to help clear family wounds and patterns. And going back to that Five of Pentacles and then that sun, that child on the sun card, this feels like you are transforming your childhood. You're transforming your family lineage and beliefs you had as a child to transmute them to create something better for your family or, whatever generations come after you if you're not planning to have a family. But if you have a family or are wanting to have a family, by you doing this inner work and getting out there, connecting with nature, you are going to make a better world for yourself and for your children and their children and their children, or just in general, generations to come. And oftentimes the more connected you do get to the earth, the more you can tap into your own intuition. It's a really weird thing, but by connecting to Mother Earth, you get like this, not a sixth sense, but like a 20th sense. Like it's just so profound and beautiful, and it connects you to the earth in such a way that you just know what to do with your life. You know what to do in just with everything. It's really beautiful and transformative. But with this Radha card, I don't know how you say that perfectly, so forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, but this is the Soul Flame card, and it says here, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship harmony and healing. So by you doing this work, you're going to be discovering yourself and transforming yourself into the person you have always wanted to be or always felt was somewhere in there, but you couldn't quite find him or her. They're in there, but you connecting with the earth is going to help you find that lost part of yourself. And as a result, you're going to be expecting relationship harmony and healing. So these two cards are both about healing. You're going to be healing yourself, you're going to be healing the planet, you're going to be healing relationships and your ancestry, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And all you have to do is be willing to look within and connect with the earth. Those are the two main ways you're going to clear this karma to move on to this beautiful sun card that is awaiting you in your future. So I really do hope this helped you guys. You'll have to let me know below what you thought and if it resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's figure out what karma you are working out right now and what you will gain as a result of putting in the work to work through it. And I just want to preface this by saying that I don't believe karma is some sort of punishment that we receive for doing things wrong, but it is kind of a balancing of scales. So either in this life or past life, if there were good things or misdeeds that have happened, karma is just a way to balance the scales out. So karma can be good, karma can be deemed as what we think of as negative, but either way, it is just something your soul uses to evolve itself. So sometimes in life we sign up to resolve a lot of karma, and other lifetimes we let ourselves off a little easier. But just from what I know, from most people I know, most people I've done readings for, and what's going on in the world, are a lot of people here that have taken on heavy burdens of karma from every walk of life that are here to transmute all that past stuff to create something new here on Earth. And there are even many people here on Earth at this time that have never been to Earth that are still willing to pay back past karma for maybe their ancestors or their family lineage that are just ready for a front row seat here on this planet at this time for this ascension. So let's go ahead and figure out what karma you are currently working out. So we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then work over to the oracle cards for more guidance. So we have the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles. So what this High Priestess is telling me is that there may be some really deep, dark secrets or secrets that you don't know about or mysteries in life that you want answers to, but you're just not receiving them. And this could be about the way the world works. This could be family secrets. This could be, subconscious secrets within yourself, things you keep or hide from yourself in your own subconscious mind is what I'm picking up, because the High Priestess is very tapped into the other realms, the Akashic records even, but I'm picking up like subconscious mind or 12th house kind of vibe with this High Priestess and what this means for the karma you're working out. Once you start diving into these hidden or deep secrets or mysteries in life, this could also be very 8th house related, because 8th house is digging up secrets and the occult and mysticism and witchcraft and all those things. So you may be diving into that or getting more interested in tarot or divination or astrology. All those things are 8th house things as well. So you may be really wanting to tap into those. But what I'm really seeing stand out here in the background is this pomegranate kind of scarf or blanket she's got hanging back here. And pomegranates, looking at them on the outside, unless you have a knife, they're not the easiest things to crack into. So you kind of got to dig and do a little bit of work to get to the beautiful seeds within. And even then, you got to work at those seeds to get them out. So it's not the easiest thing. This isn't going to be the easiest karma for you to work through, but by putting in the effort, by looking into things maybe from your past or into your family lineage, maybe even going on Ancestry.com and looking into your lineage, it feels very important and very tied to what is to come as a result for you guys. So by being willing to put in the work and looking into the mysteries of life or secrets, and I do see someone like who had a family member that may have been adopted, or maybe you yourself was adopted, or one of your parents were adopted, and so you don't really know much about the one side of your family, or even if you weren't adopted, maybe there's a part of your family or a side of your family that you just don't know much about. Or you could know a lot about one side of your family, but maybe what you've been told isn't quite the truth. So that might be something that you are being called forward to uncover, to let other people in the family know, hey, this actually isn't true, it's actually this and not that, or something like that. But as a result of being willing to put in the work and really dig for some answers, and this could even be on a society scale, like a cultural scale, or society at large, really going down rabbit holes, and the word, of course, conspiracy theory comes to mind, but a lot of these conspiracy theories lately have been proven to be closer to fact than anything else. But, do your own research, go down a couple rabbit holes, see what you come out with, because on the other end of that is this Nine of Pentacles. You've worked hard, and now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. So by going through this karma, I feel like it's subconscious belief systems, digging into mysteries within your family, maybe even your family lineage. That was really strong in group number 1, but I'm picking it up here as well. But by digging into the past, you can look for a better future, because a lot of times if we don't know our history, we're doomed to repeat it. So if we can learn our history and know what pitfalls to look out for, we can create something better. And she is looking off to the right. So to me, this is just saying she's looking to the future. She's dug and done all the work of the past, the fruits have grown, and now she's looking ahead to the future. So let's find out more about how you can work through this karma to get to that beautiful Nine of Pentacles. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my goodness, this is much like group number 1. They had 2 transformation cards, one with Pluto and one with a Queen card. I think it was the Swan Queen. Yeah, their card was the Swan Queen, and they also had Pluto, which are both about transformation. So you got the High Priestess, which is a very 12th house vibe. Then you also have the 12th house, which is all about surrender, your subconscious mind and your dreams, and karma, of course. What are we talking about? Karma. Forgiveness, your baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and of course, like I said earlier, the Akashic records. So to me, this laptop doesn't just represent like the internet that she's seeking through. This could be the Akashic records, or doing work in her dreams, or in some sort of meditation or trance state as well. So that may be where you get some answers for how to clear karma. And for some of you, just going down a more spiritual life path could be the karma you're working out to get you to this Nine of Pentacles. If you really tap more into your spiritual self and not just be consumed in the mundane 3D world, the physical and the mental and the emotional, if you get in contact with that spiritual side of yourself, that will transform you to get you to this Nine of Pentacles energy. And then with this Leo card, it says here, the Lover. And Leo is all about being expressive and creative and loving and playful and self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, all the words. And by tapping into that 12th house, you'll really be accessing your 5th house, which Leo is the natural 5th house. So Leo is that creative house, or that house of children. And I do follow Vedic astrology, so this, I'm not sure, goes 100% with what Western astrology also represents, because I know some of the houses are ruled by different planets than in Western astrology, but I'm not sure. I think Leo is still the 5th house in Western astrology, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but even still, that's the message I'm getting. So it feels to me like by tapping into who you are, maybe even where you came from on a more vast scale, not just your physical earth family, but your soul family or your star seed lineage, if you really look into that and do meditations about, what star system you may be from, tapping into those 12th house things could really help you ground that energy on earth and create something really beautiful on the physical plane, because Leo is all about creativity, and I keep seeing creativity. So it feels to me like creativity is very important to you guys, and you guys are very creative souls, but by tapping into that more subconscious and spiritual side of yourself, you're gonna gain more in that creative realm for yourself, and it will pay off, because this is a card about abundance. She is harvesting the beautiful fruit of the work she had put in earlier on. So then we have the Kali Ma card, Facing Your Fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. And we have Lord Ganesh with infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. I mean, what did I just say with both of these things? And a lot of times with that 12th house, that does deal with your fears, because this is a card about surrender. And a lot of our fears are in that 12th house, because anything that you can't really touch, that's not really tangible, kind of is that 12th house. But fear can be really related to the 12th house, because it's something you can feel, but you can't touch it, if that makes any sense. But it's funny to me, you have 2 Hindu gods here, and that may be pointing to the fact that there may be answers for you in Vedic astrology or in Hindu principles or practices, or quite simply that you had a past life in India or as one of these gods, perhaps, who knows, or maybe one of these gods is your spirit guide or some sort of spiritual energy you can tap into to help clear this karma for yourself. But there are major spiritual changes that are unfolding in your life with the 12th house and the High Priestess. Very spiritual energy, and it's going to lead you to this infinite abundance because you have the Nine of Pentacles as what's going to happen after you go through this journey of clearing your karma. Then here we have the Resting Tree, which is all about patience and stillness. And then we also have the River, which is about movement. And that's kind of funny because that's kind of opposite. They're opposites of each other. So this is almost telling me you need to have a sense of balance. So when you are going after these spiritual things, don't forget about living in the physical world. Make sure you're still taking care of your body. Make sure you're still hanging out with friends and family and putting effort into relationships. Make sure you're taking care of your body and your mind and still going down this spiritual path. But for some of you, this patience and stillness will represent getting into the zone and really getting serious with your spiritual practice or some sort of meditation or quiet time or stillness that you take for yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes every day, to really clear your mind and get in touch with your soul or that higher part of yourself. But then the other part of that is just saying there's going to be movement. So you may actually be physically moving. And for me, this doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going to be moving down the road or in the same town. This, for some of you, could be to another state or another country, perhaps, somewhere where your heart longs to be. So for many of you, this could be kind of going back to your roots. So maybe going back where your family's from. Maybe you live somewhere else and you want to get back to your roots. But for others of you, this could be moving somewhere that you don't really have any roots to and you want to start something new there to create that abundance for yourself in that area. So yeah, you guys, I think that's all I'm seeing for you. This was a very beautiful message. There doesn't feel like there's any major tower moments or big transformations going on like in group number 1, but this is still very deep and beautiful work. It feels to me like you're not going to have the obstacles to get through like group number 1 had to get to this abundance that you're seeking, but because the obstacles, it says here with the Lord Ganesh, are being removed. So there is spiritual support and the connection to the spiritual realm is increasing because you're doing the work, you're doing the meditations, you're putting the intention out there to connect with your guides, your angels, God, whomever it is you call to. That is going to bring you that abundance in your life. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but you'll have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. I absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say. It really brightens my day to know that these messages help you, even if it's just a little bit. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's figure out what karma you are currently working through, and as a result, what you will gain by putting in the work. And I just want to preface this by saying that I don't believe karma is some sort of punishment that we receive for doing things wrong, but it is kind of a balancing of scales. So either in this life or past life, if there were good things or misdeeds that have happened, karma is just a way to balance the scales out. So karma can be good, karma can be deemed as what we think of as negative, but either way, it is just something your soul uses to evolve itself. So sometimes in life we sign up to resolve a lot of karma, and other lifetimes we let ourselves off a little easier. But just from what I know, from most people I know, most people I've done readings for, and what's going on in the world, are a lot of people here that have taken on heavy burdens of karma from every walk of life that are here to transmute all that past stuff to create something new here on Earth. And there are even many people here on Earth at this time that have never been to Earth that are still willing to pay back past karma for maybe their ancestors or their family lineage that are just ready for a front row seat here on this planet at this time for this ascension. So let's go ahead and figure out what karma you are currently working out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then get more guidance from the oracle cards. Okay, alrighty then. Okay, guys, don't freak out. We do have the Tower card, but this feels like this is stuff you've already been going through. This is past energy, possibly present energy, but it is moving out. You are moving out of this energy. You've been through it. You've put in the work. You've really been through that ringer, so to speak, with disasters, lots of being knocked down. It feels to me that that karma is coming to a completion very soon because we have the Eight of Wands, which we'll get into in a moment. But with this Tower, this has just been what feels like to me very painful, transformative changes. And it's almost like they're one after another, after another, after another in your life, maybe these past couple years, or maybe even your whole life just feels like one Tower moment. And I don't mean to laugh because my life for many years felt that same exact way, and at times all you can do is laugh, because it's just, if you don't laugh you're gonna cry. It's kind of that kind of vibe. So my heart really does go out to you guys if you have had a lot of stress and disasters and just painful changes and endings going on in your life. It's just, it feels to me like one thing after another after another. But all of this has happened to transform you into the person who is going to be going after what they want. So you have had to go through all this to get what you want. It feels to me, because this isn't the Star card, but the Star card is what comes after the Tower. So it feels like your star is just on the horizon, or maybe you're just about to reach it right as you're watching this. It feels like you're ready to start building something new. So for some of you, this could be building a new relationship, building a new life for yourself somewhere else, or just really picking up the pieces and realizing a lot of what has fallen away from your life wasn't meant to stay anyway. And it's almost like you're grateful that it's gone. So you just have this fresh, clean slate that you can work from. And with this Eight of Wands, it's just time to stop feeling sorry for yourself. And I don't mean that to be mean. I'm just saying there comes a time where you just realize, I'm done feeling this sick, stuck Tower energy. I'm ready to just do something. I'm ready to get on that bike and just ride. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to find something new, figure something out for myself. And if you are someone who's prone to just sitting around and kind of letting life happen to you, this is just letting you know, once this Tower moment's over, you're gonna start getting this sense of motivation to stop sitting around, stop procrastinating, and start taking action in the direction you want to go. And I think for many of you, because Tower moments are not easy, it's just kind of comes to a point where you're just kind of living your life, going through the motions and just waiting for something else to happen, and just have already thrown in the towel. But it feels to me you're coming out of that and really going into something where you feel this sense to, do up your bootstraps and just really get down to work. And you'll finally know which steps to take, because I think with Tower moments, a lot of us can just feel really lost. And there is this kind of limbo phase between the Tower and the Star card where we're kind of unsure what's meant for us, what we need to be doing, what actions we need to take. So once this Tower energy kind of starts to wane in your life, you're gonna get this sense of what you need to do to take action on, because things are really gonna start moving fast once you figure that out. And it's almost gonna be like one green light after another, and it's gonna be so beautiful after all you've been through. Things are really gonna be looking up for you. So if you are somebody who's had a lot of pitfalls, or just things feeling like they're just not going the way you want, just know that that's about to change, and very quickly. Then we have the first house and the fourth house. So this is really funny with this fourth house card, all about your lineage or your ancestry, because all three piles so far have had a lot of ancestral karma that they're going through or clearing out or dealing with currently. And you guys absolutely are no exception. And we also have the first house, which is yourself. So your physical body, your self-image, your outlook on life, your philosophy, your consciousness, opinions, awakening, your self-awareness, your expression, all the things that are first house or yourself. And for many of you, this is your physical body. You may have, with this tower, had a lot of health issues or some sort of diagnosis come into your life with some sort of long-term illness or disease. And this is just letting you know that you don't have to be your diagnosis or your illness if you are someone who's dealt with a lot of health issues. Or this could even be your body image, issues with your body image, whether you think you're too skinny or too fat or whatever it is. You are healing these issues. You are healing this. This is going to finally be in your past very soon. And then for many of you with this fourth house stuff, this is your family, your home, your background, your inner world, buying and selling real estate. That's all things that the fourth house deals with. Also just your shelter, wherever it is you live, self-care, rejuvenation, your habits. So this could be the transformation or the destruction of any of the things we've been talking about. And I just saw somebody with this fourth house. This was actually their house, literally house burning down. And I do know a couple people in my own personal life, my mom included, that have recently had a house fire and lost everything. My mom's actually had 2 house fires. We lost our home when I was 13 and then again this past summer. It's just so surreal to me still that actually happened twice. Like lightning struck twice in the same place is just crazy to me. But on a tangent, sorry about that. But for many of you, I don't feel it's as drastic as that. But for someone, it may be. So if you're watching this, Mom, hi, how are ya? I know you watch most of my videos. Love ya. Okay, but for the rest of you that are not my mom, you're dealing with the roots of, your family lineage, your ancestors. So there may have been some sort of cycle or loop that has been playing out for generations through your lineage that you are here to clear. And just in one of my past videos recently, I used the example of alcoholism, and that's coming up real strong again. So, there may be strong alcoholism on one or more sides of your family, that you are here to clear the karma of that. Could be drug use, could be negative thinking or belief systems, or lack mentality, or fears around money even. That came up real strong in group number 1. Yeah, it was group number 1. So there's a lot of past stuff with yourself, past stuff with your lineage or your roots, and even past life. I'm picking up past life stuff. So some of this major drastic tower stuff could have even been past life stuff for you if none of this is resonating on your current incarnation. So whatever resonates for you. But this is being healed to be able to move forward and really get down to business and do what it is you incarnated to do. And let's find out a little more information about what you got going on. Okay, so we have the Horus card, which is the Cosmic Gateway, and it says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So there are changes. I mean, the tower is all about change, but there are miraculous changes, miracles. Miracles are sprouting from the rubble of this tower moment or moments that you have been through lately. And then Freya card is all about phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So illusions you've had about yourself, illusions you've had about your family or the way the world works are being released. The truth is being revealed to you in some way. These phases and cycles of the past are closing out because we are going to a brighter future as a collective, as a planet. We are going somewhere far better than where we have been in the past. And it's so beautiful to watch it unfold. It's, of course, very tower-esque all around the world right now. If you're watching this at the time of my posting, many of us are still in quarantine, and it just feels like the world is one big tower moment as we speak. So this could even be a lot of the collective energies I'm picking up in all 3 piles have had their, well, especially piles 1 and 2 had major tower vibes. And that's just letting us know that the old is clearing away, the old is passing away. Those death Pluto moments from group number 1 and the tower from group 3, there is a death and a rebirth. And that death doesn't always have to be physical. It's a transformational kind of death. The death of the old self to create the new self. But your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, this says. Miraculous changes are occurring. So I feel like for many of you, this tower stuff could be changing your belief systems or what you once thought about the world, your worldview. Maybe you're learning some truth about what is going on in the world and it scares you because you just thought the world was one way and now you're learning it's something else. Or maybe you already knew the world was, not as beautiful as you've been told, and now it's just been like the volume has been turned up all the way on what's going on and it's almost unbearable and you're just like, this can't get any worse. But in my opinion, it's not that things are any worse than they've ever been. It's just that the light has really shone brightly on all the shadows and all that darkness has come to light. That darkness has come from, it says illusions are being revealed and released. That the way we thought things were is being shown to be not that way. And now we're seeing the truth of a situation. So that could be a truth within yourself, truth within your family lineage, your ancestry, or even a truth within just the collective, what's going on out in the world. Then we have the Metal King, which is all about discipline, armor, and boundaries. And I'm going to put these up a bit so we don't cut these off on the bottom. And then we also have the Waterfall card, which says here, effortless. Okay, these are very slidey cards, slippery cards, so they don't want to stay straight. Okay, there we go. All right, so with this Metal King, it feels like there's this sense of discipline that needs to be put into your life. Maybe this is going to look like a daily routine or some sort of self-care practice you need to put in place to really ground yourself back into reality or back into a new beginning for yourself. And this might look like getting up a little earlier than everyone else in your home and just spending some quiet time with your thoughts and with yourself with this first house, doing things for your physical body, maybe exercising, maybe eating nutritious food, maybe just taking a nice hot bath at some point during the day to really take care and pamper yourself. And because this is a card about boundaries, there may be people or somebody in particular in your life or a situation, maybe it's just working too much when you're at home. There need to be some boundaries put in place so that you don't repeat some of these cycles and phases with this Freya card here. You want to clear these phases and cycles out so you don't have to continue to deal with them. But the more work you put into creating a self-discipline with what it is you're doing and putting up boundaries and knowing when to say no is what I'm hearing in my head. Knowing when to say no is going to be very important to you coming up. But when you can put in all this work to get through what's been going on and to establish a new normal, maybe get that new schedule or routine going in your life, once you clear this out, things are going to be moving forward. And it's funny too with this Waterfall card, it says effortless. Once things really get moving for you, your life is just going to feel almost like an instant manifestation of what you want, just effortlessly happening. And for many of you, I bet you're just laughing like, yeah, right. If you knew what I've been through, that is the most laughable thing, because even trying to walk across the street is like a difficulty for me. And I hear you, I feel you, because with this tower, many of us have been feeling that. But what we have coming on the horizon after we can get through all the difficulty and the hard work is this effortlessness, this fast moving stuff. We're going to be moving fast in the direction of our dreams, the direction that we want to be in, the direction we want to live in. And it's coming. Just have the faith it's coming, because it is. I really do love that you guys are still going strong. You're still with me. You're still here. You're still putting in the good fight and trying to get through the day. And I want to commend you for that, because that's not easy. I do see a lot of you guys are probably struggling with depression or at least very high levels of stress right now. And it's hard to have faith and hope and really try to get a sense of what's going to happen moving forward when you're stuck in that depressive energy. But I feel like you guys will be coming out of that soon, and once you do, things are really going to start moving forward for you. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a big virtual hug. So, oh, there we go. Okay, you can do it. I have faith in you. You can do this. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.